And now we're going to talk about breakfast restaurants. This is a segment we call 3 to Try. However, we are rule breakers here. We couldn't limit this to just 3. So we're going to talk about some of the restaurants that you may see here on outside White Mountains. And then we're going to open up to a broader discussion to see what some of our panelists think. Chelsea and Hans, our director, who we haven't even said hi to. And we're not going to say hi to you yet, Hans, either. So don't even think about coming back to you. We will be coming to you in a second, Hans. You just wait.
To wait for
Oh, there he is.
I'm the director. I have control. We're saying good morning now.
good morning, Hans.
There's
Good
his
morning,
friend who he's been calling
Pikachu.
Pikachu all morning. Hans literally thought that a Pikachu was a species of animal and not a proper noun name of a Pokemon.
Not name of a Pokemon. Yeah, that was fun.
So we have that. We have another watch win coming up, by the way, speaking of animal identification. But first, let's talk about restaurants. So if you are looking for a great place to have breakfast here in the White Mountains, here are some places you definitely want to try. We're going to start with some of our favorites at the Valley Originals. The Valley Originals is a group of, I think it's like 20 plus restaurants, independently owned and operated right here in the White Mountains. So you know you're getting an original experience, a unique taste, flavor, and a true part of what makes this Mount Washington Valley so unique. So, without further ado, the J-Town Deli in Jackson. If you're in the northern end of the valley, great place to go. Breakfast sandwiches, breakfast burritos, breakfast bowls, avocado toast, coffee and espresso drinks, eggs, quiches, frittatas. They have got it all, and it's conveniently located. Great spot for, let's say, Storyland, hiking in the White Mountain National Forest, golf at the Wentworth Golf Club. If you're going to visit Jackson Falls, doing some sightseeing around there.
It's right there, yeah.
It is centrally located right there. Living Shores Aquarium is right there too. So if you're doing something with the kids up near Jackson, definitely stop in and get situated for the day. Also a Valley Original, Priscilla's in North Conway. They serve breakfast all day, open 7 days a week. The Cider Company Market in Glen offers breakfast and lunch with breakfast sandwiches, famous cider donuts. Oh, they are so good.
They're really good.
A variety of pastries, hand pies, sandwiches, meals to go, fresh cider, and gourmet foods. They're located in Glen behind the White Mountain Cider Company, which is great on its own. Great dinner served there, gourmet dinner. Yeah. But if you're looking for, did I just choke on my way here?
We're all salivating.
But if you're looking for breakfast, check out the market behind the Cider House. And then we also have the 302 Smokehouse in Freiburg, which does Sunday brunch. So if you want the brunch experience,
fabulous, yeah.
Definitely check there. Now, on the western side of the White Mountains, one of my favorite places is the Woodstock Inn Brewery. We all know that for their delicious beers. They serve them on tap right there at the brewery. You can also buy them in stores around New England and possibly beyond. But they have also breakfast and lunch that they serve every single day. And that includes local free-range eggs, sausage made right there. All breakfast entrees include sticky buns, home fries, fresh ground coffee, juice, and homemade toast. So this is a delicious stick-to-your-ribs type of breakfast. You can, it'll really get your day started, whether you're doing something, a fun White Mountain attraction. They're near Lost River Gorge, Clark's Bears, Whalesdale Water Park, and Alpine Adventures. You can also, if you're going hiking in the Pemmy Wilderness or Franconia Ridge, they're close to that. So just a great place to start your day and then end it afterwards with a pint up at the bar.
Absolutely.
So those are some of the ones that we recommend. Chelsea, you've got carte blanche.
So many good ones.
If you were to go to a breakfast restaurant right now, where would you go to?
I really do love J-Town Deli. That is like one of my top. The quiche is so great, so great. So my number 2 would be 27 North because they have just an array of exciting mimosa options. Yeah, which is breakfast, you know. So
yes.
They have a lot of gluten-free options, which is something I have to care about. But besides that, it's just a really fun place, and I always see people I know there. It's a good time.
Yeah, the mimosa flights are cool. It's like when you go to a brewery and you get a beer flight and you can see the different the colors.
They're all different colors, and some of them are like more like a soda with some champagne. It feels kind of like a seltzer.
Yeah.
But then you can also get, with orange juice or different juices. So great in the flight.
One of their things has been, I know that, like, they don't want your breakfast to get cold. Like, there's nothing worse than you get this steaming hot breakfast and it looks so good, and a couple minutes later it's cold and unappealing anymore. They serve many of their breakfast entrees in like hot skillets.
Oh,
so they stay
okay, yeah.
hot longer.
I guess I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
That's
delicious.
awesome. Yeah.
And they are located in North Conway, right next to behind like Badger PBD Smith and Badger Realty.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Central location.
Let's go back to our man Hans, who is hiding behind. We've got a rodent infestation in the control room. Hans, they're friendly rodents though. Okay, Hans, you were to go to breakfast right now. I said, let's go, Hans. Where do you want to go? Where would we go?
The last couple times I've gone out,
Which was like what, 20 years ago?
it has been a while, but it's Priscilla's. The last. Just with this past winter, I went a couple times. I love it. It's quaint. It's quiet. When I'm waking up and I'm having my coffee, I like to wake up slowly and naturally and quietly. So it's just a nice atmosphere. Lots of parking. It's easy to get to. It's convenient. It's right in town, and yet you don't have to jockey everybody to find a spot. So I enjoy it.
When I go to Priscilla's, it's what I think of like as a breakfast. When I think of a breakfast restaurant, that's what Priscilla is. Like breakfast and lunch all day. Great club sandwiches if you're there later in the morning or early afternoon.
Yeah.
But all your favorites, the Belgian waffles, the eggs, and I think that's an underrated. You're right, Hans. Parking is huge because there are places in North Conway Village you just can't park, and they have a huge parking lot there. It's not an issue. And if you have young kids, who wants to parallel park and like escort your kids across the street? This way makes it easier. They are located in the TD Bank, like across the parking lot from TD Bank in North Conway Village. So they're kind of set back. You actually don't even really see them from the road very easily. So there you go.
What's yours?
That's our breakfast. Oh, for me? That's a good question. I think we've hit on most of the places that I love. Some of the other popular ones in North Conway, Peaches is very good.
Stairway
Cafe.
That's probably one of my favorite. They have really, really good, interesting dishes and specials.
And it's like a hole in the wall type place. Like you go up there, it's very casual. It's it's kind of close quarters, but it's I have a lot of good memories up there.
It's very pretty.
Stairway Cafe. And so I think
those are your favorite?
Those are some of my favorites. There you go.